Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to yet another eyebrow tutorial. I just wanted to film another eyebrow tutorial today. I got my eyebrows threaded and they felt really thick, really luscious, and just exactly how I like them, so I decided to just go ahead and do it. So I'm going to be using the Benefit Brow Contour Pro pencil today. I like to use this pencil when I want a more like dramatic pencil but still like hair-like, if you know what I mean. So I'm going to pop down the darker shade. So there's deep in the lighter shade, and this is in the shade of brown/black. So there is a lighter shade as well as a darker shade, which the darker shade is supposed to be for like the outer half of your brow, and the lighter shade is supposed to be for the inner half. I personally just like to use the darker shade. It just works for me, but I'm just filling it in, and with this pencil, like any pencil, you can darken it as much as you'd like or do it as light as you'd like, and I'm showing you guys this in real time so you guys kind of get an idea of how long it'd take me to do my eyebrows. Before I edited this video down, it was at about 13 minutes, so while filming and doing all my extraness and everything like that, it takes about 10 minutes to do my eyebrows. But here I am just like brushing the strokes upwards towards the front, so that way it looks a little more feathered and a little less boxy in the front, because you don't want it to be really boxy. So I'm just brushing through my eyebrow hairs with a spoolie just to blend everything together, and then I'm going to go right back in with this pencil and darken it, because I felt like it was just a little light for what I was going for with the look. So I'm just darkening it up a little bit, continuing to go over the outer edge especially, and now I'm just bringing it in towards the inner edge and doing some upward flicking motions to kind of mimic how my eyebrow hairs are. And now I'm using that spoolie once again just to brush through the front to kind of soften that edge a little bit, make it a little more Instagram-ish, if you know what I mean. So here I'm just going to show you guys how we do the same thing. This eyebrow is actually a little thinner than the other eyebrow. The other eyebrow is a little thicker, but I want you guys to remember that eyebrows are sisters, not twins. Even though you and your sister may have the same mother and father, you are going to be naturally different folks. So your eyebrows are the same exact thing. They're going to look similar, but not all the time 100% just alike. If I am being very meticulous and I'm actually taking my time and, you know, studying both of them, I can get them both very, 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 very close, like very close. But you can too. With eyebrows, it is just something that you really have to practice. You really have to sit down. Even if you're not doing a full face of makeup, just sit in front of your vanity, sit in your bathroom, whatever it may be. Take the pencil, the pomade, the gel, whatever it is that you use, and try and practice and try. Do one eyebrow one way, wipe it off, and do the other one the other way, whatever it may be, but you definitely want to practice. That is how I personally got better in my eyebrow skills, and I'll make sure that I list my previous eyebrow tutorial at the end if you missed that one, where I'm talking more, so you guys get a little more insight and a little more information if you are a more audio learner, if that makes any sense. So now that both of my eyebrows are done, they look a little natural looking. You don't have to clean them up if you don't like to, but I am. So I'm going to use my Colourpop No Filter Concealer in D40 with a Sigma E40, or I'm sorry, an E15 flat definer brush. With this flat definer brush, I'm just going to go right up against the bottom half of my brow and go across. So as you can see, I'm kind of doing like staccato short strokes, and I did zoom in for this part so that way you guys could see really closely, but I'm taking short strokes. I'm never doing one elongated stroke from the inner to the outer brow. You also want to make sure that you're blending that downward. Whatever you do, if you're using concealer, especially a concealer that's about 3 to 4 shades lighter than your skin tone, make sure you blend that down so it blends into whatever eye primer or concealer or primer, whatever you're using on your eye. It blends down into it. So that is one brow. Like I said, blend it all the way down. Take your time, blend it down. That way you can go over it with your fingers. If you're doing a natural, no makeup type of look, you can blend it out, whatever it may be, but make sure you blend that down so it blends into the skin or into whatever concealer or primer or whatever you're using on your eye. And once again, I'm just going to do the same thing on the other side, taking my time, doing my short staccato strokes, and also blending it down. Now we're going to put that lighter concealer to the side. I'm going to use the Too Faced Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer, and this is in the shade Chestnut, I believe. It's a little more skin-like, a little more closer to my skin tone, so I'm going to use that at the top of my brows. Now, 85 to 90% of the times, I don't clean up the entire top of my brow, but for the sake of the video, I wanted to do it today. Plus, I was using a pencil, and with a pencil, it can get a little... you can kind of color outside of the lines, if you know what I mean. So, cleaning up the top of the brow is completely optional. It's not necessary, especially if you want it to look a little more natural, a little more like your brows, a little less boxy and crisp and clean. You don't have to do this. It's not a necessary step, but it is a step that will take your brows from meh to bangin', if you know what I mean. So I'm also using the same E25 brush. I wiped it off, but with this concealer you also want to make sure that you're dragging it upwards. So even if you have to take a little more concealer like I just did here, blend it upward, because you want to blend that into your skin, so that way when you go in with foundation it won't look like you have a halo brow. We all know what halo brows look like. They look like just that light line right over the brows where it just looks a mess. So I'm dragging it upwards, I'm blending it out. Now I'm going to take my fingers and I'm just going to rub against the concealer. I'm going to blend that all in, just like I'm doing right here. I'm also going to do underneath a little bit, just for the sake of the video to show you, but normally I would go in with primer. But that completes this eyebrow routine. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you haven't already gone ahead and subscribed, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Also, make sure you stay to the end to check out the other video if you haven't seen it yet. I love you all, and I'll see you guys very, very soon. Mwah. Bye!